my name is Akbar. I'm from ES1. So today we are going to cover impact of close relationship on mental health and academic performance of UTP students. So this assignment requires 52 information among 52 students, and the first of the information is a relationship of the students. So we, following to the Struggles rule, we created a graph frequency distribution table, which includes information of class boundaries, frequency, and other visualization. So then, to visualize this information, we create the graphs. We put all information in the graph, which we can see later from the other student. So these graphs helps us to analyze and understand the relationship in mental health of our fellow students more precisely.
My name is Shamit, and I will demonstrate how do you calculate mean. So we use the sum of all data values divided by the sample size. In this case, for the time spent with friends per day, we will use all the time taken from the survey and divided by the total number of participants, which is 51, and we will get 6.62 hours. And the same goes to the CGPA, which we get is 3.335.
Hi, my name is Talita. Today I will be discussing the median. The median is known as the middle value of the ordered data. In other words, it represents the middle point when the data is organized from the smallest to the largest. So by using this formula, we can get the median. And it's important to get the median to understand how relationships or friendships influence the CGPA. So for L, it's the lower boundary of median class. N is the total number of the observations. F is cumulative frequency before the median class. F is the frequency of the media class, and C is the size or class width of the median. By input to add in the data in the formula, we can get the median of 3.556.
So for your information, the mode is the most frequently accurate value in a dataset. So what we have got here, we found that the mode for the CGPA in our dataset is 3.67. So this indicates that the CGPA of the most of the students in our sample is 3.67. So next, we also got that the mode for the time spent with friend is 2.55 hours per day. So this indicates that 2.55 hours was the most frequent amount of the time spent with friends among the students in our sample. So next, I will teach you about how to calculate the mood from the grouped data. So first, we need to create a table like this, and then the first step and the important step is, firstly, we need to find the class mood, which is the class with higher frequency. So after we determine the class mood, we need to find the lower boundary, the frequency difference between the model class and the class before it. Then next, the frequency difference between the model class and the class after it. And lastly, we need to find the size of class of the model class. After that, we have already got all the information, then we can simply substitute in the formula.
Okay. Measure of dispersion is a measure on how the data spread compared to the mean. We often use standard deviation and variance to represent the dispersion of the data. The lower the standard deviation means the data is dispersed closer to its mean. Okay, now I would like to teach you guys on how to calculate variance and standard deviation. Okay, here are the given formula. So we need to find first the sum of each data. X represents the data and N is the sample size. And then after we get the variance, we need to square root the value to get the standard deviation. Here we can see that the CGPA and the standard deviation for CGPA and time spent with friends based on our data. So first, the standard deviation for CGPA is 0.685. This indicates that the data is mostly spread near to the mean, which is 3.335, the mean of the CGPA. Okay, next here we have the standard deviation for time spent with friends, which is 5.54. This shows that time spent of the respondents is quite vary from its mean, which is 6.62. This also means that the time spent with friends for the respondents is quite random between each of them.
Hi, I'm Inshira, and now I will talk about the conclusion part. So here's the connection of standard deviation to our case study. We have known that the standard deviation is the square root of the variance. So when we take the standard deviation, we can compare the standard deviation of CGPA is 3.335, like how Aisa has mentioned, and also for the time spent with friends is 5.54 hours. So based on the slide that Aisa has made, yeah, we can see that this is the standard deviation that ISA has calculated for us. And then, to conclude, a higher standard deviation shows a more variation, and a lower one means less variation. Both variance and standard deviation are valuable in understanding the variability of our dataset. So to conclude our presentation, I would like to share the overall findings and offer some recommendations. In our study, we have found that approximately 9 out of 17 students said that the current relationship was affecting their academic performance. Thus, this suggests a link between the impact of close friendship and also academic performance, which will be explained by Tivia after this. That's all. Thank you.
From our survey conducted, it is found that an average of 2.55 hours is spent within the students and their friends or partner. But there are some randomness in this scale. So that means there are students who spend long hours with their friends and there are who spend short hours with their friends. So our recommendation is we have to manage our time efficiently. It is not wrong to spend long hours with your friends, but just make sure that all your tasks and academic requirements are done. Our second recommendation is to choose the right friends and partner. From here, we can see that based on the statistics, a total of 38 students agree that spending time with their friends can assist their academic performance, while a total of 17 students disagrees and they feel like spending time with their friends and partner can distract their academic performance. So based on this, we have to surround ourselves with friends that can bring out the potential in us and make us a better person instead of bringing us down the wrong path. Our third recommendation is to prioritize our needs. So some students agree that spending long hours with their friends can benefit them, while some disagrees. So therefore, we should prioritize our needs and don't spend time on unnecessary activities, because once we're done with those fun activities and we come back to our normal routine and realize that we have so much not done, and that actually can lower our mental health. Our last recommendation is communicating. So a total of 20 students from our survey agrees that their mental health is being affected. So based on this, our recommendation is to communicate with your partner or with your friends if you feel like the relationship with them is distracting you from your academic performance.